There you go. So, speaking of which, going Bowser against Snake. So let's see how that works out for game number one as we go to Pokemon Stadium and Sans. We've seen them do work with this. We've seen them do work with this Bowser before. Mage, I'm not really familiar with their Snake, to be completely honest.
Yeah, I'm not super familiar either. We did see this matchup last week, I believe. Or like a week prior to that. Because this matchup can get really, really hairy very fast. As you can tell right off the bat, Mage wasting no time getting themselves in advantage here. Obviously, Bowser's going to be out to take a lot of damage from Snake. You know, he's one of the best play characters in the game. Best characters in the game, period. But, you know, when you swing with the velocity, with the viciousness of Bowser, you know, it doesn't take many changes to neutral to get yourself an advantage here, Stu.
Not at all. I mean, what, that's 3 or 4 hits and you're basically kind of cruising on easy street. Not maybe
Pretty
in
much.
those words, but certainly not hurting, and that's going to be a pretty sizable advantage. Only losing 52 percentage points at the time of that stock, and certainly not in a unmanageable position right now, as they're going to hang on to this stage control. Sans making sure, I mean, owning more than just the Mushroom Kingdom, this entire Pokemon Stadium belongs to Sans at this juncture. However, C4 going to try to usurp Sans from his kingly throne.
Yeah, this is just a very dominant verse game performance from Sans. Trying to go for the down B kill right there, but Snake's up tilt. Still proving to be too good, so maybe gets themselves on the board here. But at what cost, Stu?
Yeah, that was a lot to have to get hung up on you, to be completely honest. So, as that is the unfortunate reality that Mage is living with right now, and at triple digits on their last stock. Yeah, all it takes is one F tilt, man, or just kind of drop your back on them and let Mage go flying. So Sansko, an impressive game 1 victory there, and swiping away at a spot in top 8 on loser side.
I really hope everybody saw how big that fair hitbox was right there, because that was absolutely disgusting. As Bowser's down air, you know, proving to be a great move. And yeah, Sans looked incredibly comfortable that entire set. I don't think this matchup is awful for Bowser in any stretch of the imagination. You know, when you have to get out of disadvantage, it's rough, but I feel like most matchups with Bowser where you are apt to, you know, lose stage control and neutral, you know, a good hunk at a time, it can be difficult for you. But again, you're Bowser. You're huge. You're heavy. You're going to live a lot of these hits into the very lateness of your stocks. So, you know, as long as you are okay, knowing that you're going to probably take a couple lumps along the way, and all you have to do is win neutral like 5 or 6 times, and you take a stock, then, you know, that's the beauty of the character, man.
Yeah, even that C4 in midair at that high percentage, it didn't really quite do the job, did it? It kind of took one of those other buttons from Snake to confirm that stock eventually. But Sans, gotta say, looking pretty confident. Seems to know the Snake matchup relatively well, and Mage kind of hanging out there on the back of the on the outside of the ring. Gotta think they're contemplating a character switch, but to what is the question?
Yeah, it's a character pick, maybe a stage pick also. Maybe Triplat's going to be a good option. No, it looks like Rob's going to be the choice here. Not a bad choice. I don't think this matchup is, you know, it's another one of those similar matchups where Bowser's going to take a lot of lumps along the way. You know, he's gonna eat a lot of damage. You know, but you're also sacrificing, you know, better item control. You know, you're not going to have as great as stage control with grenades and stuff like that, but Rob is able to, I think, scrap hit for hit better with Bowser up close.
Yeah, plus you're not really giving up all that much, because, yes, Bowser's going to be, if they're going to want to travel, they're going to do it through the air anyway and try to approach with one of those aerials that we've known, come to know and love Bowser for. Love may be one of the words in question in that sentence, but nevertheless, we are going to continue on with the point here, as Mage is going to continue on with this advantage, and that's the problem with being a big body and really dealing with Rob anyway, is that you are a heavy, but you also have that sort of combo potential. Just kind of batter around Bowser, and even though you suffered triple digits worth of damage, you're taking that first stock, and all the momentum is on your side because you just get to press buttons and survive hits like that.
Yeah, no, that and the combined sides of Town and City definitely playing a role in Mage living right there. But the Fair able to clean up that stock, and you can see why this matchup I think is so good for Rob. You know, he's able to really scrap up close against Bowser, and you know he's got 2 really good projectiles for controlling long distance space. So it is a little bit awkward, you know, trying to fight this character. You can't camp him for super long, and you have to be very, you know, wary up close. So definitely going to keep Sans thinking.
That Nair perhaps going to give Mage pause about using the aerials of their own up close. That Nair, it does have quite a bit of range, but it has just a little bit more startup than Bowser's, it feels like. So that's going to be one of the things that Mage keeps in mind. However, got to get more than that off your chest, apparently, if you're Sans, because you are fighting for your top 8 spot right here, and you are 1 stock away. However, you're going to get Wally-Wopped off the side. Those sides of Town and City not going to play their downfall just yet on the second stock.
Ooh, delayed hit dash attack could have been disastrous right there. But I actually think the moving platforms saved Mage from getting clipped right there. Wow, that was cute.
Yeah, the interaction with the gyro, that was interesting. I think maybe overthinking it just a little bit, but nevertheless, that down air is going to knock Mage up into the air, and it might just be a forward air up air that takes him all the way out. Spot dodged, but you just got command grabbed and slammed off of the map. Trying to dropkick the gyro for good measure, because honestly, if you want to, maybe that's cathartic more than anything else. Who knows? I don't blame him, is all I'm saying, but we're going to take one more look at this replay. This is how it happened, Koopa.
Yeah, no, we see a bit of an exchange right there, and could have been most likely some rough DI on the side B. But yeah, that second stock, you know, again, proven to be the difference maker right there. You know, when it's unfortunate, you know, when Bowser isn't neutral and like not in disadvantage, he's easily he's one of the top characters in the game. You can also say the same thing about Snake too. Both those characters kind of function similarly, where they get to play the game, they're great, but when they're in disadvantage, it's rough. You only saw that one instance off stage where Mage had to recover from deep, and you've seen time and time again, you know, on this stream and other places, when Bowser is forced to recover, or he's without resources trying to get, you know, back to the stage, you know, that's where the character takes his lumps.